Hello, welcome to season 2, episode 6, to Dorian Destinations. My name is Shannon, and this is my husband,
Franco and Tyrion. I just realized that I need glasses.
We can use mine during the episode.
Okay, this is sad. All right. So we got a pretty good action-packed episode for you guys.
I also want to make a public announcement.
Ooh, this is scary. What is your public announcement?
I was told I am mean to Franco, so I'm going to take note and I'm going to try to
Make an effort.
I'm going to make an effort and try my hardest to be nicer.
Thank you so much for all your comments and support and for the GoFundMe for a verbally abused podcast host. So let's get to it, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So news of the week brought to you by us. Ready? So the first news, babe, you know how much we love our lounges.
Yeah, I think our kids like the lounges at the airport more than we do.
Ooh, probably. You're probably absolutely correct. But to already kind of add to an amazing experience, American Express launches a new Citron Lounge concept. It's more like a speakeasy now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. It's called the new Centurion Lounge Studio concept, aimed for smaller airports where full flagship lounges are not feasible. So they still provide premium food,
drinks
by celebrity chefs, quiet places for relaxation, and local design and art reflecting the destination.
I like that. I like a good lounge. I like to get to the airport.
You like a good lounge.
A good lounge. But specifically, I do really like going to the airport earlier. I don't like to be rushing. So I like a place to just solitude, relax, regroup, and then get on my flight. So I'm loving this.
All right. Well, according to Amex, airport lounge demand has grown nearly 30% since 2019. So that means people are, they want the good life, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
You got to pamper yourself, people, if you're traveling. That's the bottom line.
I think people are crazy during flights. You always see these crazy videos of people acting a little nutty on the plane.
Yeah.
I've been on the plane where we're about to take off. I've had to go back to the gate because somebody in the plane has lost their mind. I think people get nervous. So I think they should have a moment before they fly.
I agree. I agree. But there is a counterpoint here, so supposedly there's a lounge reviewer called the Points Guy.
Yeah.
And he basically reported that the average or some wait times could last from 45 to 60 minutes during peak times in major hubs.
Well, we experienced it.
Yeah.
And we live in Miami, so we went to go to the Amex Lounge, and there was a huge line, and we just opted not to even do a lounge that day. Remember, we just decided to just go have a drink somewhere else and not wait that line.
Yeah, and also too, what's good, if you have the Amex Platinum, you also get the what's the
we have
other?
An American Airlines too that you can do the other lounge.
Yes, but we also have I forgot what it's called, the Priority Pass.
Oh yes,
and that you could also go to other lounges that are not just the Amex Centurion, which could also help if there is,
which we've done too.
Yeah,
we've done the Turkish lounge is good too.
It's it's okay,
but it's still the point is regardless.
Irregardless.
I know, but I'm hoping that the people that are listening are not all from Miami.
That's right. Sorry.
It's just a moment of just quiet and solitude before you jump on a flight. So I'm all about it.
Yeah, I'm all about it too. So I'm glad that you enjoyed that first story. You look like you're into it. You need coffee? You want coffee?
No. I'm good.
Okay, great. So,
I think you're doing an amazing job.
I always do. Thank you for being so sweet. All right. So, babe, this is interesting because now maybe there's a reason to go to Milan. Because
it's not like you're going to go on this anyways.
I'm not, but at least for the Dorian Destination clients, there's an 820-foot skywalk that reopens in Milan.
It's above the famous Galleria, that mall looking over the Duomo, which is beautiful because I have to be honest, Milan is very busy, but the roof, you have to see the roof of the cathedral. It's just absolutely stunning. I think that's what makes the Duomo in Milan. So it's nice that you can do the skywalk and it's over the Galleria Mall, which is beautiful.
Which is about 40 meters. And for you non-other humans, just Americans, that means it's 130 feet. That's 130 feet, high.
So it has amazing glass observation sections. Sunsets.
Glass.
I said that.
I know, glass.
Like, oh, you were just like...
Yeah, like, I don't want to do that.
Glass observation section, sunset tours, and then the guided rooftop, which we did a guided rooftop on the cathedral in Milan. And
it was worth it. It was worth me crying and screaming.
Right. There were 6 of us started, 3 of us finished the tour.
You're supposed to be nice to me in this. All right.
Some of the people were afraid of height.
Yeah. Well, they're saying some of the counter to this is that supposedly rooftop tourism could damage historic architecture through vibration and traffic, which again, I have to agree. And Milan has struggled with over-tourism, especially in the Duomo district. Why? Because that is the only thing in Milan. Unless you're an AC Milan fan.
Or a shopper.
You like luxury fashion, you love to shop, then this is the perfect place for you. But if you just want to see historical sites and so on, this is not the place for you. It's really the Jesus dinner and
Last Supper.
The Last Supper and the Duomo and then the Galleria. That's it. You did one.
It's very large. It's not like a smaller Italian town. So.
Yeah. So book it with us if you want. If you're in Milan and you want to do it, we could definitely find, or the girls could help you find Karen specifically whatever. All right. Third story. You want to tell us the third story?
So is it safe to travel to Mexico right now? I think this is always like back and forth and back and forth. Mexico is always, it's always a topic. You know, it is one of the most visited countries and it does rock the top 10, but there is some like significant concerns by regions and it's not the whole country itself. So, I mean, when it comes to the Riviera Maya, Cancun, Los Cabos, I can't say them.
Puerto Vallarta.
Are generally the safe for travelers. And that's because they have extra security there. But they're just saying that currently the U.S. Department is saying that different travel advisory states by levels by state rather than blanking the whole entire country.
Yeah, but I mean, I will say that the latest incident in Mexico was targeting these tourist spots.
Yeah, but that's this isn't new. I mean, I remember 18 years ago, we were actually on our way to Mexico and there was like a whole big thing with the kids and stuff like that. And I don't, but not to go into details. So I think it goes in waves. And then it's funny, I didn't go to Mexico, but the people that I was supposed to go on the trip with continued. And they were just saying that there was army and they felt very safe because all of the hotels were secured. My thing is that I just want to go somewhere and relax. I don't want to have to feel that I don't want to have to feel safe because there's somebody outside my hotel watching it. I don't like that feeling.
And like, look, the cartel has a stronghold in that country. So, you know, if you're going to travel to Mexico, just do your research, be safe. But, you know, because it's a little hot right now. It doesn't mean that it's going to be like that forever. Mexico's a beautiful country. Love Mexico City. But right now, you know, sometimes there's good times and bad times to go to certain places. And right now, I just think it's a little dicey, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, there's your 3 top news of the week. I hope you enjoyed that. Now we're going to go. I need you to close this, please. I need you to close this because now is my favorite segment.
What do we? Oh.
It's Fact or Fiction. Are you ready for this? I want to test your skills as a travel advisor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this Fact or Fiction is private aviation theme.
Okay. Like private charters?
Or aviation. Correct. So the first one is the most expensive private jet in the world costs around $500 million.
And is it true or false?
It's fact or fiction. Just like the branded segment that we've done 300 times. Fact or fiction.
You said 500 million? I'm going to say fact.
Damn, you're good. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The Airbus A380, owned by Saudi Prince Halabiddin bin Talal, is estimated to be worth of 500 million. That's his private jet, 500 million.
I can see that.
Can you? Because I've never seen a jet.
No, I've never seen it. And I can just imagine what it looks like. But I can see.
I think it has a pool deck, like an infinity pool. No, 500 million? Jesus Christ. Look what it has. Prayer rooms.
Yeah.
Right? But my thing is if you're flying, because I know they have to like pray to the west.
Yeah, but I'm sure the flight is going.
Yeah, but what if it's turning at that precise moment?
So then I think maybe they would just wait.
Do they just like, whatever. So they have a concert hall.
Awesome.
Okay. Luxury suites and elevator between decks. 500 million for.
That's pretty cool.
That's rich. That's rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Second one.
All right.
Fact or fiction? The fastest civilian airplane in the world is the Cessna Citation X.
But it's a Cessna.
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
You're wrong. It is the fastest plane in the world. The Citation X cruises at a Mach 0.935, making it the fastest civilian jet currently in service. It is designed specifically for speed in executive aviation.
So you said jet. When I think Cessna, I don't.
Yeah, but Cessna is also a company.
Oh,
it's like Kleenex.
I'm thinking like a Cessna plane.
Yeah, but it's not a Cessna plane. It's a Cessna Citation X.
Understood.
So, okay, you got one wrong. I'm happy. I finally got you. Okay, fact or fiction? Private jets can fly longer distances than commercial airliners.
I'm going to say yes. True.
Wrong again.
Wow.
Fiction. While some ultra long range jets like the Bombardier Global 8000 can travel 8,000 nautical miles, large commercial aircraft like the Airbus A350 can exceed 9,000 nautical miles. So isn't that crazy?
I just figured because
I'm sure the $500 million private jet could go around the world 6 times.
I just figured since maybe it was a private jet that it was smaller and or less heavy, and that they would be able to carry more fuel because it's not as heavy. I was thinking that was my logic, was weight.
I mean, it was good. That was a good scientific, logical thing. You would think you studied science. Yeah. Okay. So the fourth.
I was a teacher for 20 years.
I'm buying that shirt. It should be coming in the mail. Nearly half of all private jets are owned by Americans.
I'm going to say true.
You're right.
Okay.
You are right. According to General Aviation Manufacturers Association, roughly 49.7% of the world's private jets are based in the United States.
I can see that.
Can you?
Yeah, I can.
I can't. I can't see any of that.
Okay, well.
You're not feeling me.
No, I feel like you were like you're angry.
I'm not. I'm not angry.
I can't see it.
I can't because I just can't see it because I need glasses. All right. Last fact or fiction. Ready? You can't cheat?
I can't even look. I don't have my glasses are there.
That's true. Private aviation produces nearly 10% of global carbon emissions.
10%? I'm going to say more.
Yeah?
I'm going to say more.
Wrong. Fiction. Do you know that private aviation accounts for only 2% of aviation emissions and roughly 0.04% of global emissions?
I thought like they'd be flying more.
However, emissions per passenger can be significantly higher than commercial flight.
Got it.
But you know why, right?
Why?
Because there's hundreds of people in that commercial flight where there's a private jet.
Less people.
So their carbon footprint is
that
higher.
The last one?
That's it. That was fact or fiction. Did you like that?
Loved it. You're so smart. I love the fact and fiction.
Fishing? Fact and fishing? Are we fact and fishing? All right. Well, sticking to the private aviation.
Oh, that's it here? Okay. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the tips of the week, and we're going to give you some tips on private jet etiquette for first-time luxury flyers. Okay? Since we have flown several times in private jets, we know exactly what to do. So, baby, you want to start us off?
No. I want you to start us off.
Okay, great. So tip number 1.
Yeah.
Master the arrival ritual. What does that mean, you ask? Well, unlike commercial airports, private aviation operates through FBOs, which is fixed base operators.
I don't have that information.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And it's even magnified. So, such as Signature Aviation, Atlantic Aviation, or Jet Aviation, these private terminals are designed to eliminate airport congestion and security bottlenecks. So, it's a little, easier to get through. The entire boarding process only takes about 5 minutes. 5. Which is why the etiquette is completely important. So, what we recommend is don't arrive too early, like 30 minutes before. That could disrupt crew scheduling and aircraft preparation. Arriving late delays the entire flight, obviously. So your driver should usually pull onto the tarmac near the aircraft stairs, depending on the airport. So arrive 10 to 15 minutes before departure. Check in quickly with the FBO front desk, and ground staff will load your luggage directly into the aircraft. Huh? That's the way to travel, people.
15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes before. Just go.
You would get there way earlier.
I would disrupt the crew. Remember, I would be there 45 minutes. I'll be so excited. Where's the caviar and champagne? I'll be that guy. Hence why I haven't been in a private jet. You want to do the
I do. I kind of like this. So this is understanding boarding hierarchy, meaning the rules of who goes on to the jet, and or even if you're going on a yacht, the rules of who gets there first. So I like this. So it says that typically the host will be boarding first. The host chooses their preferred seating, signals when others should board.
Like this? Or like...
And on other jets, seating may include club seating areas, conference tables, divans, or couches. And the front-facing club seats are usually the most prestigious positions. And I like that. I think, too, like if they're getting there early, they want to set up. Also, too, where everyone's going to sit. I think they're the host. It's their jet and or yacht. And so they worked very hard to get there.
Do you think the guy with the $500 million jet has a throne in there? Because, he has a concert hall. So that's insane.
So I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. All right. So tip number 3, treat the cabin like a private living room. Okay. What does that mean? Just to give you some context, much smaller than commercial cabins, meaning sound movements are a lot more noticeable. Cabin acoustics amplify conversation, making etiquette around noise important. So tip is keep levels moderate. Use headphones for media and respect privacy and or business conversation.
But I feel like that should be in everywhere.
Yeah, that should.
Just
even Cirque Soleil, showings. Yeah. We just came from one, and they were talking about radiation behind us.
And somebody was on TikTok behind us, really loud.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love this generation.
It was an adult. I just wanted to.
Yeah, this generation of adult.
Tip number 4, communicating with the flight crew.
Always look down, never look into their eyes.
This is the flight crew, the people that are taking flight and the flight attendants.
Okay.
So as the flight crew is responsible for both safety and service. So, etiquette really does matter to them. And unlike commercial flights, private aviation's crews provide highly personalized service, right? So it's more smaller, flight and less people to be attended to. So there is more personable, interaction. So you're able to adjust cabin pressure, catering adjustments, light changes, and they should all be directed through the flight attendant or the lead pilot. And this obviously do not enter the cockpit.
Don't do that. That's not good.
During takeoff and landing, to just let them do what they need to do so that everyone is safe. And all of this should be clear, concise, and directly to your flight crew.
Yeah, don't distract them too much. All right, so understanding private jet catering culture. This to me is very important. Catering on private jets are fully customizable, unlike airline meals, obviously. Guests can often request food from local restaurants near departure airport. Popular catering requests include Michelin star restaurants, specialty wines and champagne, dietary specific menus. However, requests must be made several hours before departure. So you just can't show up there and then ask for something. You do need to give several hours before.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, do you know? But again, the $500 million guy probably has a kitchen in there.
He probably doesn't need to go anywhere send anybody. Yeah. He has it.
Submit your catering preferences ahead of time. Don't wait last minute, and be mindful of food smells. So no fish, basically.
Okay. Rules about guests and pets. So obviously these are smaller aircraft. So weight is a big issue. So you need to be precise with passengers. And if people are going to be joining, you need to let them know because of fuel planning and all of the safety regulations. Bringing unexpected guests can create some serious logistic problems. I don't even think it's logistical problems. What about security?
Yeah, that's...
You can't just take somebody on the flight.
That's part of logistics.
I know. I think logistics, more of the weight of this and more scientific, not just,
A lot more scientific.
Yes. And then pets are allowed, which ours is back here, on many private jets, but must be declared in advance. Larger dogs require specific cabin placement due to weight distribution. And same thing, just let everyone know ahead of time, respect aircraft capacity limitations.
Yeah. Do that. Which dog do you think will enjoy the private jet more, Kingston or Bronx?
Probably Bronx.
I think Bronx would. Yeah, Kingston will be a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Bronx would be like, is there Parmesan cheese?
I think I would take the cats. The heck is it? Thirsty. All right. Last tip for you people that are watching this and going on private jets, the art of a smooth exit. So the final moments of the flight could be efficient and respectful of the crew schedule. Unlike commercial flights, there's no baggage carousel, obviously. Ground transportation usually meets passengers directly on the tarmac or at the FBO entrance. Leaving quickly helps crew prepare for the aircraft's next flight. So gather belongings before landing, exit promptly once aircraft doors open, and thank the crew for their flight. So just so you know that the global private jet fleet is estimated at over 23,000 aircrafts in the United States, pretty much operating half of those. So about 12,000 private jets coming out of United States. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So now you know, babe, when we get invited to a luxury jet for one of your clients, now we know how to do it.
How to behave.
To be honest, it's very self-evident. You know, just show up. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, yes, but I'm not that. I mean, I'm not surprised by people's actions. So for me, I think maybe you just need to reiterate it. All right, segment 4 is the best of small towns in the U.S. So I have been seeing this about luxury travel isn't just about major cities. I think the shift is really about getting away from large crowds and finding smaller areas and that slow travel. A lot of them are looking for boutique hotels. I actually have a lot of clients that prefer, even though you have those clients like, I don't care where I sleep. I just, I'm not going to be in the hotel. I've had a little bit of a shift and it's like, well, you know what? Make sure I have a sea view, a balcony, because I want to be able to relax. So I think that's like a big thing, right? So that slow travel, small rural, small town, I think that's great. And I think that's happened after the pandemic. So one of the places is, and this is like a top one, is Sedona, Arizona, which we've been, and I was just there within the last year. And it's huge on spirituality, wellness. It's very laid back on that Red Rock landscape. It is a little pricey because it is on that higher end of the spas, but it's a great girls trip. We just did a women's retreat for women entrepreneurs back in September of 2025. It was amazing. It was just so beautiful. We had a great, in Sedona. So I think it's perfect because we had a little bit of bougie, spa day. Some of us were walking early at night. Some of us were doing sunset hikes. And we were eating at amazing restaurants. We had there's actually a bunch of wine tours, I think, a lot that people are not familiar with in Sedona. And we did 3 vineyards. It was great. And of course, that vortex vibe. Everybody's all about that vortex.
I still don't understand that vortex.
So it's like apparently where there's extra energy from the earth that's coming in. It's like this, like an earth vibration where people feel that they're like enlightened and spiritual.
So they also have mushrooms in Sedona. Apparently.
We went.
Did you feel a vibration? Anything special?
I mean, I was very much in the moment because I had not been on a girls trip like that in years, right? Because we're always traveling with the kids, or it's just you and I, or I've gone with one friend, but like a group of girls. And there was a big group that was all about like the vortex. Like all of our drivers are like, "Can you bring us to the vortex?" And we went. And some people, and I drank the Kool-Aid. I put my feet in the water. They had like a little river and stuff. And, you just try to feel in the moment. But I really do believe when you're in good company, good energy, you can feel that vortex anywhere. But apparently, so I don't want to say this though. So we Googled it while we were there, the Us conspiracy theorist. And supposedly it's really like, it's not a thing.
I could have told you that.
I know, but you want to
like vortex, like there's a lot of hippies.
There's a lot, yeah.
There's a lot of hippies.
A lot of crystals and stuff.
A lot of crystal meth.
But you know what? When I'm there, I love it. I'll be one of the people.
No, I love Sedona. Don't get me wrong. I love the people there. Beautiful humans. I love it.
Really pretty.
But they.
I had fun with the vortex.
They love the spiritual stuff. So. All right, so Sedona's on this list. The second one is, and I do want to go here, Bar Harbor
But Maine.
Maine.
Yes.
It's a gateway to Arcadia National Park, which is one of the most scenic coastal parks in the United States. One of the best luxury highlights is oceanfront boutique inns.
It's very expensive. A lot of people don't know this.
Yeah, it's luxury. It's private sailing excursions.
There's hotels are starting on even on off season around $500-$600 a night.
Yeah. And then you do fresh high-end seafood dining experiences. I mean, I love this. Yeah. And then pretty much it's like coastal luxury meets New England charm. So, it's like Boston people, but nice.
There is like a really cute area where you can like walk around and stuff like that, and like bars and music. But to get to Arcadia, you definitely need a vehicle. So that's something to keep in mind.
Well, it's something for you to keep in mind. The peak season is summer and fall foliage.
Fall foliage.
All right, here we go.
Jackson, Wyoming. So the luxury mountaintop. It's one of the best places. It has one of the beautiful lodges, Grand Teton National Park. Obviously, the wildlife, the ski in.
They have private wildlife safaris.
Yeah, so it's really pretty. Very, very luxury. It's beautiful. I mean, that whole area is just stunning.
You can't go wrong. Oh, this was a surprise to me. Beaufort, South Carolina. It's a historic coastal town with strong southern charm. Waterfront estates and boutique inns. Private historic tours of Gala culture experience. I don't know what that is, and I want to Google it.
What is it?
It's Gala, Gulllah.
I'm gonna Google it.
Gala. Anyways, so it has that culture experience, elevated Southern cuisine. So it's a lot of slower pace with rich cultural depths, ideal for a relaxed luxury traveler. So authentic is what? What is it? Okay. Okay. So where?
So I think because of the slaves.
Oh, okay. So we'll skip that one. Next with
Traverse City, Michigan. So it's actually known for wine country and beautiful lakefront beauty, private vineyard tours, tasting, beautiful home resorts, farm to table vibe. So they call it the Napa of the Midwest. So very strong fall and summer destination. I want to go there.
Yeah, I think and it's interesting. You won't think Michigan, right? Of wine.
Nope.
All right. So the next one is Telluride, Colorado. A remote mountain town known for high-end skiing culture and exclusivity, private chalets and luxury ski resorts, film festivals and cultural events. And helicopter skiing experiences. That does not sound appealing to me.
I actually think that's great because everyone thinks of either Vail or Breckenridge. So it's kind of nice to do something different.
Yeah, but this is probably the luxury stuff that people don't want you to know about. You know what I mean? Like they don't want us peasants there.
Well, this is our favorite. We've gone a couple of times and I love it. It's St. Augustine, Florida. It's about 5 hours from us. And I've gone several different times and I love it. So it is the oldest city in the U.S., right? So we have Ponce de Leon, right? Was there. Beautiful historic boutique hotels, private tours, upscale dining. It's beautiful. It even has the coastal, like if you go right on the coast, there's beautiful restaurants like the Caps, which is really nice. Beautiful houses that you can rent on the beach.
They even have like a brewery there.
Yeah. They don't,
a distillery.
Yeah. It was really
it's really nice. I mean, it's definitely... not Florida. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it's very different, but it is pretty.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. The best of travel segment where we broke down that amazing information. But now we're getting into Hot Topic.
Okay.
Now I want to talk about this because
I always think like Hot Pockets.
So overtourism versus economic benefit of a place. So where's the line between overtourism and it helping that place with economic benefit, right? Because if you try to push away all the tourism and places that are their economy is based on tourism, you don't want to turn it off completely, but you don't want to open up the floodgates and then you damage your place and it's over tourism. So I think that's an interesting debate where when is it when is it economically beneficial, but then do you allow over tourism?
I mean, I think we always talk about this. We always keep going back to the same country.
Yeah.
And it's Italy. And I think that's a perfect example of like the over tourism and what we've seen. I've been going to Italy now almost 30 years. And even when we first went together, I had already been there. But when we first went together in 2016, that was his first time there. You were still able, maybe not the Vatican, but that's always been crazy. Like you can't just walk up to the Vatican. You got to get there super early, which we had done. There was no Viator or tickets online. You had to get there by 6:30. So that's always been very crowded. But the Pantheon, we were just able to walk right in. We didn't have to pay. We walked in. We got to see it, the Trevi Fountain. It was crowded and we were able to enjoy it. You were cordial. You waited to take your pictures and then you kind of moved on. But then we went like within the last 2 years to bring, my father-in-law and some friends that had never been to Italy. And you can't just walk up to the Pantheon. You need to buy tickets. And you can't just buy tickets and walk in. You have to buy tickets for a specific time. And so we didn't know that. And we couldn't get the tickets to go in. So we weren't able to see the inside. And then at the time, the Trevi Fountain had signs, not knowing that as soon as we left, construction started to do a walkover path because they were getting ready for the 2025 Jubilee. And then our oldest went and she had to walk over like construction scaffolding just to see it. And now you have to pay to see the Trevi Fountain.
Yeah, which
is so sad. And that's a perfect example of what we're saying. So it's great that they're getting tourism. But now I feel like all of these things that were just so beautiful and they were there and you can just walk by and pass by, it's so crazy. Now I have to go and pay to see the Trevi Fountain. I can't just walk in and...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I'm happy that they're getting that tourism. That's amazing. But
here's the thing, 10% and some stats here, 10% of the world's GDP is tourism, which is insane. So that's 10% of the world's, economy basically is tourism, which is great because it creates jobs and what have you. But I mean, again, what sucks about countries that are really dependent on tourism is that, again, God forbid a pandemic happens, a natural disaster, something that will just shock, a war or, a war close by, that could really affect the economy because you're so dependent on that, and I think, I don't know, it's a crazy dance to dance, right? Like, for example, there's a Greek island of Zakynthos. I can't pronounce these.
Wait, the really pretty one? Let me see.
Yeah, the Greek island of Zakynthos. It recorded an overnight tourist stay that outnumbered residents 50-1. That's insane.
Yeah,
150 to 1. Sorry, 150 to 1. So for every local, there's 150 tourists. That's
and
crazy.
It's funny because I had known about it way before Instagram because I had gone to Greece back in 2005 and we were actually headed there and then it didn't work out. And then Pinterest and Instagram and all I saw was pictures of it. And then it seemed like it's like the place to be because it's Instagram. Yeah. It is really pretty.
But this next stat is what kills me.
Which one?
So basically, cruise tourists make up 73% of Venice visitors, but only spend 18% while they're in Venice. So they're day trippers. They're pretty much going in and coming out, and the cruisers that are just like spending 18% of it's insane. So
that's why they didn't want the cruise ships.
Most of the tourism is the day trip cruisers.
So that's why they started charging that fee in Venice. There is a fee that you need to pay, like a tourist fee, when you're visiting the lagoon. And if you're staying at a hotel, they already add it. You don't need to pay for it. So they do charge a fee. It's like $3 if you're going to be spending the day there. So, and they did that to detour, but it doesn't matter. Venice is just overly populated.
Yeah. I mean, dude, and to think about the construction, right? Like, I don't think they ever, when they designed that, like, never thought of the weight, like, think about it. That's also weight.
Yeah.
Of all these people coming in there. It's insane. All right. So the Brumvik, again, I hate
the Brumvik, which I went to. It was the most magical place ever in 2005.
Yeah.
I was in love with this place. I could not believe how gorgeous it was. Boom, Game of Thrones films, and now overpopulation.
Yeah. It's 36 tourists per resident each year. It's crazy. It's insane. But basically, the good thing about it is that the tourism is helping fund historic preservation and restoration.
Yes. So when
which is
we
good.
went, they were still, it was beautiful, but not. They were still buildings destroyed from the Dalmatian War and all of that. So you're walking, it almost felt like ruins, but people were still working and living in these buildings, but like part of the building is gone. And it was beautiful. There was cats everywhere. They were projecting films on the wall in like a piazza, but the piazza was like broken. And it was just this beautiful, destruction about it. So I hope, maybe it has brought good to them.
I hope. But I think that you need to limit. You need to limit it. So a couple of negative things that are happening with the over-tourism and all that is, from an economic standpoint, that all these high tourism places are increasing the cost of living in these towns, which again, a lot of locals are not able to pay.
What happened in New York, Miami?
Yeah, it's happening everywhere. So that's another like negative. But some natural attractions now are capping visitors, which I like. So like one example here is Machu Picchu, or they're limiting visitors around 5,000 people per day.
Per day?
Per day.
They should even make less than that. 5,000 people is a lot of people.
That's not a lot of people. Like
5,000? That's a lot of people.
That's not a lot of people. Not for Machu Picchu.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Whatever. So
there you have it.
I know it. I think. Okay, whatever. So now you're making fun of me. Go, make fun of me.
No, what were you gonna say?
No, I think that these hot places need to limit certain things, or I think people like us need to start highlighting other places that people should go visit to kind of spread the tourism around. I just feel like everybody's like, again, Japan is a hot one. Everybody goes to Japan. Like, I feel like people have become like Miamians, where like one thing comes up and everybody goes there. And it's just like, I hate that. Like, there's other things to see,
Very true.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for the banter.
I'm trying to be really nice.
I know, but what? Like, I like you better mean now, because at least you talked to me.
Well, then say that to the.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to edit this. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. There you have it.
Ciao bacalao.
Ciao bacalao. Subscribe, like, comment, keep watching, share with your friends, your grandma, your child, everything. We love you, and see you in like 5 minutes.
I don't know why.